Hi, Eldon. How are you today?
Good afternoon, and I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Did you have any trouble at all logging into our virtual session today?
No, no, no. I use Zoom quite a lot, so I was comfortable. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Eldon, since it's our first session, I just wanted to quickly share about my approach, my therapeutic approach. Have you been to therapy before?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I had some significant life events that happened in the last while. So
Right.
I wrapped up therapy about a month ago. And obviously, with life how it goes, different triggers, different events need therapy or different kinds of therapy. So I'm ready for addressing the next goal, I think, or the next challenge, or figuring out what it is. Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, thank you for sharing that. So I just wanted to share a little bit about my approach. Although I can tap into many different integrative approaches, I tend to lean as a therapist more towards solution-focused therapy. What that means is that it tends to be brief in time. I know that you had signed up for 8 sessions together, so we're going to make them count. We're going to be very intentional about how we collaborate on setting the goals that are meaningful to you and going after them. And solution-focused therapy is also very goal-oriented.
Okay.
And as your therapist, I firmly believe that you're an expert in your life, and I am your co-traveler and co-explorer, bringing in my expertise in psychology, and we will collaborate to make meaningful goals, co-construct them, and perhaps I would be able to offer you different perspectives by asking you questions, by providing a safe space for you to be present for yourself.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, Eldon, if you don't have any questions in terms of my approach, but I'm always open to feedback, so feel free. If something doesn't feel right or if you have any questions, feel free to ask me during the session.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Eldon. So why don't you tell me what brings you into a therapy session today?
I am partly wanting to think about the next step for me and my life and my career and where I want to be. I'm in a job right now. I don't know if I love it. I'm also uncertain like how stable it will be with the changes in the economy. I'm wanting to put more focus on what I do part-time now, but I have like a mental block. I'm thinking like it's got nothing to do with my past experience. How will people view me? How do I go about it? Like really giving it my all? And then what's holding me back? Because the things hold me back like impact my confidence and why is this? How do I overcome that? That's the question I'm trying to address.
Okay. And Eldon, I forgot to mention, I'm going to be taking a few notes here and there. So if I look down, that's what I'm doing, but I'm right there with you.
That shouldn't be a problem. That's okay.
So, Eldon, what I'm hearing is you're contemplating a next milestone, which seems pretty significant for you professionally.
I think so. And I'm feeling kind of unsettled by it because, does one change career paths often? Should you? What does it say about me? Is it really what I should be chasing or doing or not? I'm kind of unclear. What I do know is it's a business and a business model that I believe in, but I want to feel settled in taking the path, right? Yeah.
Right, right. I'm hearing that growth and progression, even if it's a different path, is important to you.
Yeah,
Did I get it right?
yeah,
You're a
yeah, very.
goal-oriented, driven individual. And with that, you have certain expectations of yourself.
Expectations, definitely. I would say that I'm very attracted to learning. So I don't mind learning, I don't mind change, but I'm getting older and I'm wanting the result and the outcome of accomplishment and looking forward now, whatever change I make now, I want that to lead to a comfortable life and a comfortable retirement. And I'm running out of time as well, right? So that's putting pressure on. The mindset side is where I'm slightly weak. I think I have a little bit of a strategy, but I'm not sure about it, and I'm not confident in myself in driving that forward.
Right. Okay. Mindset.
Definitely.
Mhm. So it sounds like you would like to feel differently about pursuing this possibly new path for you, right? And there's certain pressures about outcomes. Can you tell me more about that?
How do I begin to explain? We've come to Canada now and we've restarted our lives, right? As someone who, like in the mid 40s, has come to a new country, I'm a couple of steps behind
Mhm.
people who grew up here, who lived here.
Right?
And and really, to be honest, this is an expensive country. So really feel a need to like accelerate and to catch up so that I can have a comfortable retirement. I don't want to be one of those people who's working at the age of 75, 80, right? And if I don't make a change now and get comfortable and really drive it, that will be in my future, and I don't want that. So I really feel like yeah, how do we push ahead now to make up and to make the gain so that our future is secured while working with a mindset so that I feel confident in myself and equipped in myself to be able to do that.
Right. So it sounds to me like you have a long-term goal, which is secure future, secure retirement.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that consistent? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I wasn't even allowing myself to think that way. I wasn't allowing myself to think of that as a goal. But now that you say it, yes, it sounds right.
Okay. It's a long-term goal, though, right? It seems that what you're bringing into the session, it's almost giving yourself permission to get started from where you are now towards that goal and have a mindset
Oh.
where you can ground your efforts, your micro goals, your identity, even in order to pursue that big goal.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
accurate?
yeah. I definitely have questioned myself on the identity bit, like
Mhm.
going from my current career to that, even though I'm doing it part-time. So,
Right?
for example, when I meet a new person and they ask me, "What do you do?" My initial answer is never about the future career I'm getting into. It's about what I do right now. And then there's things going on in my head. Was that a missed opportunity? Should I have done it the other way, right? And so when you say give yourself permission, that's actually it feels true because maybe I haven't done that.
Hmm.
And maybe I haven't seen myself like that. And so maybe that's why I haven't given myself permission. I don't know, but that's hopefully what I'm trying, one of the barriers I'm trying to overcome.
So if the session went well today, what would it look like for you?
As a start, that just like between you and I, that
Yeah.
we're both clear because maybe I'm not even clear, right? But I
Mhm.
think that we're both clear on the core thing that I'm wanting to address, or the core thing that I need to move into.
Okay.
I think that would be great. I'm a consultant in my day job, so very often we talk about what is the problem that you're solving, right? Yeah. If we can define that, that'll be great.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought it in. It sounds like you can relate to the type of work we are about to embark on, and you can relate it back to what you do.
Okay.
That's great. Okay, Eldon. So, clarity. It sounds like a great milestone to work towards for today's session. Getting really clear on what it is that we want to achieve together.
Okay.
Okay. So, Eldon, let me ask you this question. Let's say that your intention is still there, which is you want to have a stable, secure future, secure retirement. That's your end goal. That's your big goal, right?
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're not exactly clear how to get started on that path, right? So, clarity, if that is a focal point of our work today, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being I have no idea what it is that I want and where I'm going, not a slightest idea on the direction even. And 10 being I'm clear. I know exactly what it will take to get to my big goal and I'm going for it. Where would you say you are on that scale from 1 to 10?
I'm a little bit above five, I feel. Maybe a
Okay,
six.
a 6. And why not 5? Why not 4?
I I think I found a, a career, a business model that I feel it's kind of pulling me. And I think it makes sense, and I think it can give me the keys to the retirement. So that takes me beyond the 1 to 4 part, right?
Right?
I've in some ways I've kind of got the answer. I've got the what to do.
Yeah.
The gap between the 6 and the 10 is writing down the goals specifically and believing them and believing in myself that I'm able to actually do these things. And this feels weird to say, but like I feel like I'm not brave to do it. And that permission thing that you spoke about, giving yourself permission, is definitely true, right? So it's a self-belief thing. There's also mixed in there is a fear of failure because uh, I- I've demonstrated to myself that I haven't always seen things through, and the bias is towards the negativity rather than looking for evidence of good things that has happened, right? So how do we shift away from focusing on and giving outsized importance to, hey, these are bad things, bad behaviors, bad outcomes, not seeing things through, whatever it is. There's like a category of negative things and shifting far more towards the positive and what's possible and what the future is.
Hmm. So I'm hearing this desire of reframing the fears and doubts and his hesitations towards strength,
Yes.
resourcefulness.
Yes, I do agree with that, but it almost feels like that's a step two, and this is just in my head. That's a step two. Like step one for me is like unpacking it, being clear on it. If you know what I mean. I mean, um the philosopher in me wants to tear it apart academically
Hmm.
before before doing something with it practically.
Okay. Let me just clarify when you say it, you want to tear it apart and understand it. What is it?
Okay, so firstly, with many things, most things, I tend to do that. First one to understand um, I'm going to just say in air quotes, the scientific components, the academic components. So
Right.
that is it with everything. But in this case, what we're talking about are the goals and the future outcomes that we want.
What are the goals and future outcomes? So getting clarity on that.
We are here. It's a new country, new life. I'm wanting to be secure for our future, for our retirement. I want to be able to imagine the kind of life I want to live and be able to pay for it without thinking, without blinking. I want to be able to have time freedom, right? And what is it that I have to know about the work technically? What is it about myself that I have to know and believe about myself in order to do it well, to do it successfully? So all of those things are the yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it is your own identity, your whole self,
Okay, yeah.
who you're going to tap into as a source of strength, wisdom, prior experiences, etc. Yeah. And it is also goals. Will
Yes.
get you to
Yes. Yes. Yes.
your big goal.
Yes. Yes. And I'm learning to be comfortable to delve into those things,
Hmm.
um, because there's a comfort zone tendency to not want to do that
Of
be
course.
because not doing that also gives you power, negative power, and something to blame, right? So I couldn't do that because the environment. I couldn't do that because look, I'm a whatever the issue is. I'm not a confident person. I'm not a this. I'm not a right. You hold on to these things um, as reasons for why you don't grow and make progress. Or I
Mm.
hold on to it.
Yeah, yeah. It sounds like you would rather give permission to your future-oriented, optimistic, resilient self than you who maybe is filled with fear and doubt and lack of confidence.
I would say that's what I would like to, but the
Hmm.
reality of how I behave and how I show up is the opposite.
Okay, so there's a tendency to maybe self-doubt
Hmm. Yeah.
and be not as confident as you would like to be.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
And yet, Eldon, you ranked yourself at 6 in terms of clarity on what you want, right? It's not, as you say, it's not 4, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's 6. And it sounds like you have a pretty solid, strong idea that this career that is currently a part-time career for you might actually be a good direction for you.
Yes.
Is that true? Okay.
Yes.
So, can you tell me about maybe examples when in your life when you were confident, when you were clear on what you wanted to achieve, and when you had that conviction and permission to pursue it?
Jeez. Mm, I've got one clear example, but this is so long ago. Is it relevant?
Yeah, tell me.
Oh God. Okay. I used to work in IT years ago, and there was just a way that um, we were moving data around from different systems in order to put it into a repository for reporting. And the tool that we used, every single data system that we connected to, we had to configure login details uh, every time. And it just didn't make sense to me. And I just was adamant that, you know what, we can make this entire thing more dynamic. And I challenged myself, even though my colleagues didn't want it, even though the boss thought I was wasting time. I created in at that time a database table with all the systems and the logins so that when the process ran, we called it a job. When the job ran, everything would go to one place to pick up the login in one place and then use it in the rest of the programs, right? It was just something that I believed was the right way to do things. We were working on quite a big project at the time. I just sort of saw that it's got long-term benefits to do it this way. And it was great when I got it working because it gave me a sense of, yes, I was right. Yes, it is a better way to work. Yes, I mean, I was seeing things in a broader way that colleagues and bosses and so on weren't seeing. That's an
Yeah.
example. And this is like, and I mean, it's almost, what would I think this is, 2008? So it's like
Wow.
it feels strange to be bringing this up, but it's immediately something that came to mind for me.
It's top of mind for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I asked for that example, it was long ago, but I could see in your body language, you just came alive.
Okay.
You became so animated, and
Okay.
I saw the sparkle in your eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at you now. You're smiling wide. Yeah, I heard what you did was, bravery that you touched upon in this session, right? Like being brave, going for it.
Yeah.
I heard innovative spirit. I
Yeah.
heard some risk taking. Yeah. Yeah. And a great sense of pride in
Yeah.
what you achieved.
Yes.
Yeah. How does it how does it make you feel hearing all those things reflected back to you?
No, I mean, it's fantastic. I don't know, like previous therapist asked me, how does it feel in the body? And that's kind of quite hard. But yeah, there's this warm halo feeling, right? Yeah, I'm super pleased. I'm super uh like I want to pat myself on the back. I want to think, well, that was really good that I did, right?
Yeah. And Eldon, when you think about that situation, right, there were work specific outcomes that you had achieved that obviously you felt so good about. What was different for you at that time?
I was a younger person then.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was married or not. But I'm just going to say that I think life was almost simpler,
Hmm.
right? It was early-ish in my career, maybe 5 years in.
Right.
Um, Now there's so much more of the weight of responsibility and consequences waiting around every corner that now there's so much more at stake. There's so much more to consider in decisions. Um, that immediately comes to mind.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Even in my life in Canada, we've now been here for just over 3 years. It's been ups and downs, ups and downs. Like, I don't know if I can take another down. There's a lot at stake, right?
Right.
So this is a kind of keep me awake at night sort of scenario, and I want to get ahead of it.
Hmm. What I'm hearing is the cost of mistake.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
much, much higher. The
Definitely.
risks
Definitely.
higher.
And also the uncertainty is high.
Uncertainty.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, Eldon, if you are at six in terms of your clarity now of what needs to be done and how, what would make it a seven? Let's just take a small step forward and imagine what would make it a seven.
Firstly, I've knowing that this is a process we're going to follow to get us there.
Right.
Then actually sitting down, and this requires bravery because I'm stepping into this gap of like outside of comfort zone and like a little bit into uncertainty here, and a little bit into commitment as well.
Right.
But go to the various places where I've written down goals,
Hmm.
and some of them are financial goals, right? Because
Right.
that's measurable, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I've got like a financial goal written down, and maybe I've got a why statement, but I'm not sure and confident that can happen, and I'm kind of embarrassed to share that with other people. Like I haven't even shared it with my wife and so on, right? But actually writing it down and um, becoming comfortable with like verbalizing this both for myself and sharing it with others, right? So, right. And and then getting into the practices. These are your daily routines and practices and things that you ought to be doing to start
Right.
doing that, but to start doing that consistently,
Right.
right? So that you move yourself closer and closer to the visions and the goals that you want. Now, I know some of these things, but I never do them.
Yeah. Breaking that big, hairy, audacious goal into actionable steps. I feel like structure is important to you. Make it more almost operational.
So, yes, I agree, but
Yeah. So to summarize, um, given where you are at now, and in order for you to gain that motivation, that pull, to not only have a vision, but go after it,
hmm.
what is the first step? First, very doable, small step that you can do between now and our second session that feels attainable to you.
I've got some goals written down. I've I've got some, can I say, expectations from the business that they've given me, at
Mhm.
least to go through that
Okay.
and for myself understand how I feel about them.
Okay.
Um,
Would you be willing to do that by the next time we meet? Just
okay.
all it is just go over the goals that have you written down
Okay.
and really tap into your feelings. Yeah, allow
Okay.
yourself to feel them.
Okay. Yeah, that's simple enough and not scary.
Oh, I'm
It
glad.
it feels like a small step, but it can also, I think, give the feeling of progress, right? Of
Yeah,
action
yeah.
and progress. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
glad it feels that way to you. Okay, Eldon, I'm excited to hear about your progress on this step one that we discussed just now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. See you next week.
Bye, Eldon.
Thank you.